After Pentecost's fire filled him, Philip didn't linger when persecution scattered the Jerusalem believers. He turned north towards Samaria. It was unthinkable. Samaritans, despised as heretics by Jews. Yet Philip preached Christ crucified and risen with power. Demons fled, the paralyzed walked, and a wave of pure joy swept the city. Even Simon, the renowned sorcerer whose tricks had held the city spellbound, was awestruck, baptized, and clung to Philip, witnessing the undeniable power of the Spirit. Philip had built the church's first great bridge. Then, the whisper came. An angel, go south, to the desert road descending from Jerusalem to Gaza. Obedience was Philip's compass. A cloud of dust announced an approaching chariot. Inside, an Ethiopian eunuch, treasurer to Queen Candace, pored over a scroll of Isaiah, his brow furrowed. The Spirit's nudge was urgent. Philip ran. Drawing level, he called out, "Do you understand what you're reading?" The eunuch's answer was an open door. "How can I unless someone guides me?" Philip climbed in, unrolling the scroll to the suffering servant, Isaiah 53. Philip's voice grew fervent. He spoke of Jesus, the Lamb, the sacrifice, the risen Lord. Hope ignited in the eunuch's eyes. Spotting a rare pool of water, the cry erupted, "Look! Water! What prevents me from being baptized?" Philip didn't hesitate. In that desert oasis, he baptized the first Gentile recorded. Philip became a coastal herald, proclaiming the good news from Azotus to the Roman capital of Caesarea Maritima, where he settled, known now as Philip the Evangelist. Years later, the Apostle Paul found refuge in his home. Luke notes Philip's 4 unmarried daughters, each gifted with prophecy. A vibrant legacy of faith nurtured under his roof. But the call to build bridges didn't end. Strong tradition pulled Philip east to Hierapolis in Phrygia, its steaming hot springs a pagan landmark. Here, alongside Apostle Bartholomew, Nathanael, Philip preached Christ. Their message pierced hearts, even reaching the wife of the Roman proconsul. Her conversion ignited fury. Seized by a pagan mob incited by the spurned ruler, Philip and Bartholomew faced torture and prison. Philip's end mirrored his Lord's sacrifice. Tradition vividly recounts he was nailed to a cross, upside down, a brutal echo of Peter's martyrdom. Yet even inverted, suspended in agony, Philip preached. Stones rained down upon him, striking his broken body. Through blood and dust, his voice never ceased praying for his tormentors. Finally, a spear thrust, tradition says piercing his thigh or side, ended his earthly mission. Beside him, Bartholomew met a similarly gruesome fate.